Welcome back to another incredible episode of Unapologetically Shaun, where I talk about everything self-care, mental health awareness, and a splash of pop culture and anything and everything I like to talk about. All right, so today's topic is definitely going to be a topic that many of us in the Black community do not talk about, or it's like shunned upon, or it's like a stigma, and that is mental health illnesses or like mental health issues in general. So today's topic is mental health in the Black community needs to be discussed openly. So if you are interested in this topic today, and if you feel that this will resonate with somebody else that you know, then please share. And always remember, we are available to listen to on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Breaker, Pocket Cast, Radio Public, Anchor, and always, every Wednesday I upload these episodes, Black Girl Healing Session and Unapologetically Shaun podcast, on my YouTube channel, Life with Shaun. So please go and watch, subscribe, because all of these episodes are on my YouTube channel. So yes, go on over there and do that. All right, let's get right into today's episode. Okay, so do you know what's the most common Black mental health concern that we have in this country? Sit there and think about it. Just think about it. You might have experienced it. I definitely experienced it. And many other African Americans have experienced this mental illness. And you want to know what that is? It's depression. Yeah, we all have been impacted in some type of way, or you might know somebody that has been severely impacted by depression in the Black community. And you'd be surprised, there is more than 19 million Americans struggling with depression each and every day. And sometimes that number is like overrepresented. It could be a lot more. Everybody don't report that they're going through depression. And some people don't even know that they are going through depression. Like, you will feel like you're being labeled if somebody tell you, I'm going through depression. Most of the time in the Black community, what they'll tell you to do is just pray it away. You can't just pray away depression. It doesn't work like that. Or some people may label you as quote unquote crazy because you have this mental illness, and you are not crazy. Like, depression comes in so many different forms. Like, in the Black community, it all stems from systematic and non-systematic racism. And we also seeing, as we have social media now, we see a lot of police brutality showing online. Like, do you know how that can really affect your subconscious and your conscious? Like, keep seeing that, keep taking that in. That can be deep down in your subconscious, and that could be another reason why you're depressed. You're depressed because you're taking in all that negative energy. So yeah, depression is a real thing. Some people have seasonal depression where, during the winter time or like the fall time, once it start getting cold, you start getting sad. Around the holidays, some people get a lot of depression, and it's very common. It's more common than you actually really realize. Like, and most of the time our depression is undiagnosed, or even misdiagnosed, and it's really sad. And a lot of this is due to that stigma around mental health illness. Well, mental illnesses, mental health issues. And a lot of people in the Black community don't believe in going to therapy. Like I said before, they think that, okay, I can pray it away. No, you cannot pray it away. Yes, you can go to God and tell God your problems. But faith without works is dead. If all you doing is just telling God your problems and not going to a therapist that God put on this earth for you to talk to, how do you think you're gonna get any better? So that's something that I want my people to understand. It is okay. We all go through problems. It's okay. You are not crazy because you have a mental illness. You just have a mental illness. That's all it is. You're not crazy. You don't have to label yourself that. And don't let nobody else label you crazy because you going to a therapist to help you deal with your issues. There's nothing wrong with it. So I wish this stigma would go away, because it's okay to talk about your problems. You don't have to keep them bottled in, because you don't realize that is damaging you and everybody else around you, because you project that. Whatever you're going through inside, you're projecting it. A lot of people don't realize that. So it is okay to go to a therapist. Black people, it's okay. All right, I just wanted to say that, because I hate this stigma. It's like everybody's going through things. Nobody's perfect in this world. So why make it seem like it's something so horrible to say that I need to go to a therapist because I can't figure this out on my own? If you can't, go to somebody that can help you. There's nothing wrong with it, and you're not crazy. So we're gonna get that out of there. No more calling people crazy. So definitely, like I said before, this is a resource to cope with your depression. It's seeking therapy. If you need to figure out how to find a good therapist, you also can call this number from the Black Mental Health Alliance. It is 410-338-2642, and they will help provide information and resources for you to find a therapist near you. So that's one way to help you. But if you're going through like severe depression and you really need to talk to somebody, there is a crisis line for the National Alliance of Mental Health Illnesses, and you can either text them or you can call them. So you can call the hotline, which is 1-800-950-NAMI, or you can text the crisis number. You can text NAMI to 741-741, and they will also help you as well if you're really going through it. So don't feel ashamed. Don't feel like you are different, something's wrong with you because you're going through depression. It's nothing wrong with talking out your problems, because we all going through these problems in this world. Not one person on this planet is not going through something. You going through something. That's the reality of the world. We live in a crazy, chaotic world. We all are experiencing some type of depression. But all this chaos and murder and all this stuff that's going on that we see, it affects you. And remember, another thing with depression, also, it could be the food you're eating too. A lot of people don't realize what you eat. You are what you eat. I know you all heard that saying. You are what you eat. So if you're eating horrible food, you're going to feel horrible. And food can contribute to your depression and anxiety. I learned that while I was doing my 90-day vegan challenge. I do have a journal and a book. I wrote a book about my 90-day vegan challenge. So if you want to pick those up, they are available on Amazon. Just look up my name, Shaun Scott, and you should be able to find it. Or look up 90-day vegan challenge, and you should also be able to find that journal and that book. But back to what I was talking about. Yes, food can really offset your depression and your anxiety. Like, your gut is basically connected to your brain, and it can affect it if it's not healthy. So remember, that is a cause too. Not just what's going on, what you're seeing, and all the negative information that you are taking in. It also could be your gut health is important, and that can affect how you feel. So think about that. Do some research, because I'm telling you, that's the truth. That's the truth. But we need to get rid of this stigma, because it is really hurting our community. Because we all have problems. We need to talk about them. And there's nothing wrong with going to seek somebody else to help you with these issues. Or even going and consulting with the doctor, because you could have an underlying mental illness that's not depression. It could be like bipolar disorder. It could be what else? Schizophrenic. Any of those type of illnesses. You might have those and you don't know it. So it's all right to go seek a therapist or a psychologist. What is it? Psychologist, psychiatrist, I think, are the ones that prescribe medicine. Yeah, you can seek them and they could help you, and they might be able to diagnose you the proper way, so you don't get undiagnosed or misdiagnosed, So yeah, please go seek help if you feel you need help, because you're not crazy. Your brain just might not be balanced, like the chemicals in your brain. So nothing wrong with you. God made you exactly how he felt he wanted you to be. So remember that. So we're not gonna shame anybody else. We're not gonna do none of that. We have to heal our community, because we truly need it. So I'm gonna wrap this up, and I just want to thank you all for listening to Unapologetically Shaun. I hope this episode resonates with somebody, or if it doesn't resonate with you, like I always say, share it to somebody that you feel that this will help them, because I'm in the game to help those that don't realize they need the help. I'm here to educate you on self-care and mental health awareness, because we all deal with it. And it's important that we heal ourselves. How can we heal our community if we are not healed and wholeness on our own, So think about that. All right, you all have a great week, a great day, and I will be back next Wednesday. Bye.